What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We now have even more content relating to Season 3. We have confirmation on what the Battle Pass operators are going to be. We're also going to be talking about gunfight maps and just so much more. So before we do start, I just want to thank you so much for the support lately. If you guys are not subscribed, I definitely would recommend you hit that sub button, turn notifications on so you get notified whenever I upload any videos. We are expecting the blog post most likely tomorrow or Thursday, and that's obviously going to have everything you will need to know about Season 3, and I'll be trying to cover it here first on the channel. But anyways, let's go ahead, let's jump into it. So Call of Duty posted a little teaser for Season 3 earlier today, and this is pretty much what the clip is. I'll go ahead and roll it for you.
Valeria's escaped. Let's fight fire with fire.
So as you saw in that short clip, it has confirmed that Alejandro is going to be in the Battle Pass. And on top of that, he was talking about Valeria escaping. And if you guys do remember, we did say in the other past videos in the files, it did say that Valeria was going to be escaping in the cutscene. And we did talk about that a little bit, but now they have confirmed it officially for us. And the coolest thing about this is that means that both Valeria and Alejandro are going to be available in the Battle Pass. And in my opinion, that is a big W because we really thought Alejandro was going to be like an operator you would have to end up paying for some sort of a bundle, something like that. But if he's actually going to be in the Battle Pass along with Valeria, that means that later during the Season 3 Reloaded update, when we get Episode 3 of Raid Missions, there's going to be a different free operator, and that's most likely going to be Alex, which is pretty much what we talked about in the very beginning, how the 3 operators were teased, and we were potentially going to be getting them. We thought out of all of them, Alejandro wasn't going to be the one added because his voice lines weren't finished, but since this trailer has just confirmed to us that he's pretty much complete, we're going to be expecting him in the Battle Pass. And then not only that, they did say, are you Team Valeria? Are you Team Alejandro? Which team are you on? And then they also ended up posting this artwork, which features both of them. So they wouldn't advertise both of them if they weren't both going to be in the Battle Pass. So that's some really good news. Automatically, the Battle Pass is going to be a big W. And then finally, the last operator is going to be the licensed one. As of right now, we're not exactly sure who it's going to be. The most popular one as of right now is currently John Wick. Obviously, Chapter 4 just came out. It had really good reviews. I feel like this is the biggest opportunity, the biggest chance for Call of Duty to end up adding him and collabing with him. We've seen John Wick added into like games like Fortnite, and he's been licensed before, so it is very possible that a AAA title like Call of Duty could definitely get the licenses that they need in order to add him. So we usually get some sort of celebrity every single season. We got Shredder, which was from TMNT. We got Messi, which is like IRL from, you know, the soccer collaboration that we ended up getting. So getting John Wick does not seem to be that difficult. I really do hope they add it. I've seen so many different comments. I've seen so much different artwork regarding people wanting to see him added into the game. I definitely feel like they are missing a huge bag if they don't add him. I mean, it's free money. Everyone is willing to make that purchase. But the thing is even if it does end up releasing, we won't know until the Season 3 Reloaded update, which is going to be way later from now, a couple months from now. We won't know anything about that. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the future. Let's talk about the next thing that we have, and that's going to be Gunfight. So we do know that Gunfight is going to be coming in with the launch of Season 3. If they don't post the blog post tomorrow, I definitely do think that they're going to have some sort of a teaser regarding that, because yesterday we talked about the new maps and a new weapon. Today, we got a new operator, so tomorrow they're probably going to focus a little bit on the modes or maybe some of the patch notes. But based on the old roadmap that we had, it told us that there was going to be 4 gunfight maps that were going to be introduced. As of right now, there's a bunch of different maps in the files, and obviously all of them are under code names, so you'll never know exactly what they are. They could be remakes for all we know, but you just wouldn't know it. For example, Paleo's Lighthouse, in the files, that's actually has the code name of Lighthouse, but when we saw the gameplay, it looked like a remastered version of Estate, so we would never know that that was actually an Estate remake. We ended up seeing the gameplay, and that's how we figured it out. So it's gonna be the same here. Now, there is a little bit of bad news regarding this because they are gonna sort of be recycling a lot of these maps. And here's what Bob Leaker said. He said, Gunfight appears to be using cut up sections of existing maps. Possible map lineups include Mercado and Tarak. I'm hoping we get some unique Gunfight maps though. So any existing current map that we have right now could be sectioned off into like a smaller area for the 1v1, 2v2s for Gunfight. As of right now, we're not sure exactly how they're going to introduce it, if they're going to start off at 2v2 and then later introduce 3v3 and 1v1. But as of right now, I'm assuming that's probably going to start at 2v2. Now, here's the post from Task Force showing us all the maps currently in the files. He said, I know 4 are cuts, the rest I don't know yet. So the first one is Mercado, the second one is Exhibit, the third one is Torn, and then the fourth one is Black Site 2, which is Building 21. So that they're going to be remastering that into a Gunfight multiplayer multiplayer map. The next ones that we have right here, it says multiplayer map is going to be alley, and this one is obviously pretty straightforward, probably some sort of an alley, some sort of section that's closed off, might be completely brand new. And then the next one is going to be canal, same thing here, if it has anything to do with the canal, probably going to be something like that. And then we have lounge, which is probably going to be like a lobby type of thing. And then the next thing that we have is going to be penthouse. So maybe it's going to be a remastered from an existing place, maybe one of the penthouses that we've seen in past CODs. But the next thing that we have is going to be studio. Following that, we have theater, and then we have Tokyo, which is a very familiar name that is under an unreleased map that we are still waiting to see. A lot of people have very high hopes for this Tokyo map, so we're going to have to wait and see when that does come out, but that's also in the files right now. Then we have Tower 2, we have Trauma, and then we have TN Town. So as I mentioned, they're very hard to decipher. You won't really know exactly what maps they are just based on these. These are just code names. We won't know. We don't even have the official names of the map or photos of them, so we won't know. But there's going to be a lot of surprises involving that. But lounge and penthouse could be cuts of the hotel map. Just wanted to let you know that. But anyways, let's jump on to the next topic, and that is going to be the brand new weapons that we are going to be seeing. So apparently there's going to be a total of 5 different weapons that we are going to be getting. Remember when we talked about this in the past leaks, one of the biggest ones was obviously the intervention. That was confirmed to us by Call of Duty themselves when they showed us the gameplay and we got the trailer and everything for that. So it tells us that most likely these other weapons that we've been talking about are also going to be true as well. So I'm very happy that these leaks are actually accurate and haven't been giving us false information so far, but I don't want to jinx it. Anyways, let's talk about the next one. So we got the Uzi. That is going to be an SMG that it came from Modern Warfare 2019. That is apparently going to be another one. The third weapon that we are going to be receiving is going to be the Scar SC, which is going to be an SMG version of the Scar or the TAC that we currently have in the game. So yet again, another type of weapon in that same, I guess, weapon tree that we have. And then the next one following that is going to be the MCX Spear, which is going to be a battle rifle version of the M13 most likely. And that is a weapon that's it already sounds like it's going to be pretty broken, but that's going to be another one. And then obviously we have the melee weapon, but currently we're not sure which melee weapon is going to be because we have a sickle, which is pretty much like a little reaper axe, and then we have a sword, and then we also have a spear, and then we also got the Kali sticks. So as of right now, we're not exactly sure. That one is going to end up being some sort of a surprise for us. Now apparently another leaker ended up confirming that they also found the Scar SC in the files as well coming in for Season 3, which is like a little bit more proof that we are going to get it, but we will know exactly what's going to be coming in when that blog post does go live. But anyways, the next thing that we have is going to be the different modes that are going to be coming in. So they haven't really mentioned it a lot, and the modes that we currently have been seeing in the files as of right now, we've seen Demolition, we've seen Capture the Flag, obviously Plunder being one of the biggest ones, and then Warzone Ring. So these 4 are some that we are waiting on. As of right now, no confirmation if they're coming in, but if these leaks are as accurate as we've been seeing so far. And then on top of that, we are going to be getting a little bit more, because last season we ended up getting 5 different multiplayer modes that ended up being added, and then some of them obviously being split for Reloaded. This time around, if they're going to be doing the same thing, obviously Gunfight at launch, then maybe Capture the Flag and Demolition with it, and then we'll probably get another 2 or 3 being added for the Reloaded update. So there should be a lot more than that. And then for Warzone, I do believe also we might be seeing some sort of a map change. So if we're not going to be getting any brand new maps or anything like that, I do think that Al Mazrah is going to get some sort of a map update. If you remember last time around, we got a minor one where Satiq Cave ended up being turned on into full Afghan, where the plane crashed and it looked exactly like it was with Afghan. So they might do the same thing around this time, and they might introduce more locations. They might change existing ones. Maybe Ashika Island might get some map updates as well. And then finally DMZ, that we are hoping for the biggest updates, because they did us dirty during Season 2. We didn't really get that much going on, especially in the Season 2 Reloaded update. Usually we got to see a new boss, and along with that we get new weapon cases, new rewards, new things to grind. But this time around we didn't really end up getting any of that. So I do hope that this time around we will be seeing a brand new boss. We'll be seeing some new mechanics. The ones that are currently in the files as of right now, they did say there was like that whole loyalty system, so hopefully they'll be adding that this season rather than later. And then maybe they'll be introducing some other things, because there's some things in the past that they did talk about where they said they were trying to make a never-ending mode for DMZ. There were also suggestions that there was going to be environmental changes where like the weather starts changing, and then time of day starts changing as well. Sun goes up, it goes down, sort of like how it is with Fortnite, how it was with like GTA, where the weather's constantly changing, the time of the day is is constantly changing. Things like that would make it a little bit more unique. I mean, having like a night vision DMZ would be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, and that would bring just a lot more content into the game. But I do hope to see a lot of big changes coming in. We are gonna have a lot more patch notes, things to cover and things to talk about throughout the entirety of this week. We are gonna end up getting the blog post as well. I'm not sure if they usually do post it on Wednesday. I believe last time around they ended up posting it on a Friday rather than Wednesday, and then usually they do add the update into the back end on Monday before the update goes live, and then that's when they release the trailers and all of the things like that the same week of the update. But since we're in the week before right now, we're just waiting on the blog post, hopefully, to see everything, all the details, the patch notes, and everything we'll need to know about that. But anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. It's been your boy Trizzle. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.